College football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. He understands this is a huge conference matchup with the 7-game winning streak on the line, but more importantly, conference play and ramifications for a conference championship. This is a huge matchup today, and he has warned his team, keep the streak alive by doing your job today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Ready to kick it away first. On the return, it's Huff. Hits him with a stiff arm. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Straight ahead, it's Overton. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving this defense some juice.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Moves the pocket. It's Knight. Unloads to the right. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
3rd and 10, still back up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it on the outside. He's loose down the middle. And he scores! Touchdown, Rebels!
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football, you come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
He'll bring it out. It's Bear. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. He's changing the play. The run to the right. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Washington. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Turns it upfield. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
There he goes. Got enough for the first down. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon! You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Laterals it back. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. Boy, this just hasn't been their year. All of the aspirations starting the season in the top 5, but there's always someone that seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese, and was so disappointing, especially looking at this team.
Going deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. To throw, it's Knight. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Third and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Enough to move the chains. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Fires downfield. Out wide left, it's Cunningham. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Rebels peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
DB's right up on the receivers. Hits inside, it's Overton. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
Man, this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Second down, going to throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Moving the pocket, it's Knight. Fires to the tight end. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking for the end zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Rebels. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Washington. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field. Nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Rebels offense is back on the field. Wants to throw one first. Lucky to get it off.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
2nd and long here. He's past the sticks. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Rebels, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The corners are walked up tight. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Knight. Under pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Run inside. It's Warren.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on 3rd down, now setting up 4th.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. it back, and here comes the offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Stop right there. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Running to the left. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right?
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Motion from the wide receiver. Needs it here on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Back to pass, it's Knight. Left side, it's Warren. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Cunningham. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Fresh setter down's going to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Rebels back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to throw. It's Knight. Gets it to the back. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Overton. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run in.
This crowd is getting behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the Rebels will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. On the move. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. They'll ride him again. Past the 6. He's got 99 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field, but the run game has not been the problem today.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Here's the give off the left side. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if they're content to run out the clock here in the first half. This will likely be the last play of the half. He'll try the left side. Breaks into the open. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Now, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a 1-score game. Now in the second half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the Louisville Cardinals. And it's the Tigers, eyeing an 8th straight victory today. It's been a dream start to the season, and this game has been no different. This fan base is fired up. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the top 25.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
He's got enough. Turning it on. Pass to 10. To the house. Touchdown, Ducks.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Back to throw, it's Knight. They're all over it. Just got rid of that one.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On the run, it's Overton. At the 35, he's loose. They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Cunningham. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Drops back on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Second down to the air. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You could see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it again on the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield. It's Washington. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Turns it upfield. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, they get the 1st down, going for it on 4th and 1, and they're in that fringe area right now in their opponent's territory. It's so important for them to keep the momentum going because they've got to be thinking, we're scoring points here. We're going to pay this drive off.
Fires to the big fella. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
They'll try it over the left side. He's dropped.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. The Ducks signal for their 1st timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Splits the uprights, it's good. And now they regain the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense showing blitz here. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
Taken down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Picked off. What a play to set him up. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking for room. It's Rodgers. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Running behind that left side. Could be an alley. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Oregon! His 17th touchdown of the season and third of this game.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Sees a crease. There he goes. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They're going to test the right side with this one. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Holding his fourth quarter lead, and they're going to try to finish it off with a gamble on 4th down. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on 4th down does not work.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
The play fake. Oh, pressure's coming. Got out of trouble and throws. Out wide right, it's Cunningham. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, that's not the way this quarterback wanted to go. Obviously, when you're left-handed, you don't want to be going to your right, but a nice job using his fundamentals, getting his body turned around to help him make an accurate throw.
From the red zone, it's Overton. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Rebels! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
What a play call in a 2-minute situation. They find the shot opportunity. They take advantage of it, flipping the field. They've now put themselves in a chance to come back and win this thing.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease to the left. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Right back to it. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They want to run this quarterback. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
And the Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Washington. He's got it. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Oh, look out, the ball's free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. This defense leaving nothing to chance, stripping away and jumping on that football, and they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Oh, what a missed opportunity. You got an opportunity after that drive to go take the lead when you're trailing, and now you turn the football over, give the football right back. Defense needs to come out, bail you out, get a big stop, get the ball back so you can try to take the lead.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. They've got them pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. The give. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at 13. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run him again. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.